Inspector General of Police, be calming down. Be calming down. The youth never ready. If they ready they will still come out. And moreover, not being dem fair hijack that peaceful protest. Everybody know that one. Before I will continue, my amazing people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time. I remain your humble girl, anointed lady. If you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. If you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have been watching, you've not subscribed, please kindly hit that red button where they say subscribe and put on the notification bell so you will be getting more updates from this channel. Let's watch this video below, guys. I will be right back.
The Nigerian police will never again tolerate and accept that kind of violent protest in this country. If you are ready to go on peaceful protest, the police will provide you with all the security you need to go about protesting peacefully. It's your constitutional right to say you want to protest, but your right should not trample on other people's rights. So your protest must be peaceful. But the moment it's going to be violent, you are going to be met with maximum force to force you to drop that violent protest. So our rule of engagement, as we know it, will continue to apply it when it comes to suppressing violent protests, especially riots. And while we are doing it, while you are on the ground, you assess the situation. Because the moment you leave the police station and you have gone to the field where protest is taking place, if it is peaceful, you assess that it is a peaceful protest, then you apply the rule of engagement of protecting the people and making sure nothing happens to them. But while on ground, you assess the situation, the protest is violent, then you change the rule of engagement and use the force that is required to deal with that situation. You don't need to call back your CP and ask the CP what do you need to do. That's why you've been trained. They are there on ground, take responsibility. After I must have taken the responsibility, at the end of what happened, we'll assess it and then deal with whatever that comes. But if you remain that everything, you go back to CP before he gives you instruction, then there must be, means you have problem. Police officers are special breed of Nigerians. We are all Nigerians, we know, but because we are wearing this uniform, we are specially trained to handle human beings. And we are specially trained to take certain hardship on behalf of Nigerians that ordinarily we shouldn't have taken. But because we wear the uniform, we need to take that. So when it comes to a situation where you need to use maximum force, especially the use of your firearms, you should not forget to apply the rules as it covers Force Order 237, where it gave you condition when you will use your firearms. One of the conditions is what? When your life is in danger and there is no other way of defending yourself, you can use your firearms. Constitutionally, Section 33, 1, 2 of the Constitution gives you also the condition under which you can use your firearms. When somebody is escaping from local custody, what do? You use your firearm. When there is a violent riot, you can use your firearm. When your life is in danger, when you are to protect public assets. But as police officers, you are not allowed to kill. When you are using the firearms, you are only allowed to maim. You maim that person so that you'll be able to restrain that person and do investigation and charge that person. And when you are to maim that person and you are using your firearms, you are to aim at the nail, not at the chest where that person will die. because we have been trained to preserve lives and not to destroy lives. Now, whatever that happens, you can see globally people are reacting to police actions. Why are they reacting? Everybody wants to be free, especially criminals. They don't want somebody to be checking them. So you hear police brutality in Nigeria, police brutality in America, police brutality in France, police brutality all over the world. That is the way the police have been associated with. But then, when you apply the rules the way you've been taught, any of your action that is called brutality, after it goes through scrutiny and follows all the procedures that you are supposed to follow, the rule of engagement, nobody will hold you responsible. It is only when you get out of that it becomes a problem. Now, a lot of people, officers lost their lives. And those that lost their lives have not lost their lives in vain. They have not lost their lives in vain because they have died at the cost of service of their nation. And every Nigerian, not only Nigerian, every citizen of this world will be so proud that he died defending his or her own country. The officers that died, we said they will never die in vain because the government has put things in place to compensate them and their families. On our part, we've gone through all the processes of the insurance and their entitlement and pension and whatever. It's in the process for them, for their families to pick. And we promoted them posthumously so that they can have benefit of a higher rank with pay before they died. And those of us that are still alive, the government has been doing a lot of things to improve the service. You must have heard, Mr. President has approved that salaries of police officers should be upgraded. They should move from one grade to another automatically because the salary and mobilization the commission they have been instructed already to adjust our salaries. So everybody, including myself, will benefit down to the constable. That has been approved by Mr. President. And you know this health insurance, all of us are enjoying it. You know, health insurance. We can go to hospitals with our families when we are sick, where you register and you are supposed to be treated free, you don't pay anything. The government has taken care of that. I believe you must have registered, all of you. Yes. Okay, but the situation is that when you retire, you cease to enjoy that. But this government said no. Even on retirement, you must continue to enjoy it because you serve the country. What we are facing, when you look at the work we are doing on a daily basis, you lack some amenities, you lack some tools to make use of at the cost of doing your job. The tools are not sufficient. And for that reason, government has created a special fund called Police Trust Fund, where every month money is deducted from different sources and taken to the fund just for the welfare, logistics, and capacity building of police officers. This government has done that. So our barracks will change from January next year. You see most of the barracks being renovated, so new ones are being constructed. Our training institutions will have a change of pace. Our welfare in terms of deployment for operations, while we're there, money for that operation will be kept aside for the period of the policy, so that nobody goes on any assignment and then is not giving his entitlement. Now, when you look at the new police act that this government came up with, it's also meant to reform the police. There, it has repealed the old police act that you learned in police colleges. The new one will have is police friendly, where you want to all things that needs to be done. I mean, in terms of things that needs to be considered in terms of your justice, your movement from one rank to the other, and the rest of them, and even posting to offices and community police have taken care of that act. This government came up with it, so you need to get copies. Or we'll produce more copies and send to command so that you can have and really go through and know what that has been provided. So we should not allow ourselves to be demoralized. After the endsars protest, Nigerians have realized the value of police being on the streets. Many people stayed in their houses and refused to come out. The reason is that they said they have not seen police in the street. So some commentators were arguing. You said you don't like these people. Why are you not saying you are not coming out because they are not on the streets? It is because everybody knows that you are performing the duties of protecting lives and property and maintaining law and order, and that it has been cherished and valued by everybody except the few criminals. So let us not be demoralized. We should come out and do our work the way we understand it, and we follow the rules the way it has been prescribed. And as you follow the rules of engagement, if you make mistake, no problem, we shall defend you. But if you don't go out there with courage, with firmness, with the authority that the Constitution has given you, if you don't apply it, then criminals will get loopholes and do things that they are not supposed to do.